There is a rule among the indigenous tribes of the deep Amazon. When the sun goes down, you do not whistle. And if you hear something whistling back, you do not look for it. Imagine you are alone in a tent. It is 3 a.m. The jungle outside is pitch black. Suddenly, you hear a sound. It isn't a roar. It isn't a growl. It sounds like a human child crying for help. Your instinct is to go outside to save the child. But if you unzip that tent, you are dead, because that wasn't a child, it was a trap. The Amazon rainforest is the loudest place on Earth, but hidden within the wall of noise are specific frequencies designed to terrify, deceive, and disorient you. Today, we are listening to the audio nightmares of the jungle. We will hear the demon in the trees, the cat that speaks with a human voice, and finally, the #1 sound that has terrified explorers for 500 years, the ghost bird. Warning, the audio in this video is disturbing. If you are wearing headphones, turn the volume down, because once you hear the ghost, you can never unhear it. To understand why these sounds are so scary, you have to understand the environment. We call it a rainforest, but biologically, it is a war zone. And in a war zone, information is life. In the dense canopy, you can't see more than 10 feet in front of you. Vision is useless, so evolution chose a different weapon: sound. Animals in the Amazon have evolved to turn their voices into weapons. We are going to count down the top 5 sounds that will make you regret entering hell. Starting with a sound that early European explorers believed was the actual sound of Satan. The year is 1541. Spanish conquistadors are marching through the basin. They are tough men, but one night they stop. They fall to their knees and they start praying. Why? Because the sky has opened up and the sound of the gates of hell is pouring out. This is the Howler Monkey. It is the loudest land animal on the planet relative to its size. If you were standing next to one when it screamed, it would be as loud as a dragster engine revving in your face. But it's not just the volume, it's the tone. It doesn't sound like a monkey, it sounds like a damn dragon. It's a guttural, roaring wind. How does a 20-pound monkey make a sound that travels 3 miles? They have a specialized bone in their throat called the hyoid. It acts like a natural subwoofer. It amplifies the vibration, turning a small breath into a massive acoustic event. Now, imagine hearing this while trying to sleep. You are in a hammock. The darkness is total. And suddenly, directly above your head, the screaming starts. It surrounds you. It feels like the trees are angry. This is psychological warfare. The Howler Monkey dominates the jungle, not by fighting, but by screaming so loud that nothing else wants to be near it. But at least the Howler Monkey is honest. You know where it is. The next sound is a lie. In the Amazon, empathy gets you killed. If you hear something suffering and you try to help it, you are falling for the oldest trick in the book. Meet the Margay. It looks like a small ocelot, big eyes, beautiful spotted fur. It looks cute. But in 2005, researchers from the Wildlife Conservation Society witnessed something that changed how we look at cats forever. A group of pied tamarins, small monkeys, were feeding in a tree. Suddenly, from the bushes below, they heard a sound. It was the cry of a baby tamarin, a distressed infant calling for its mother. The adult monkeys became agitated. Their instinct kicked in. They climbed down to save the baby. But as they parted the leaves, the baby wasn't there. The Margay was waiting. The cat was vocalizing the exact frequency of the monkey's cry. It wasn't hunting with speed, it was hunting with deceit. This is the only known case of a cat mimicking the voice of its prey to lure it into an ambush. This leads to a terrifying question. If a cat can mimic a monkey, are there things in the unexplored jungle that can mimic us? Local folklore is full of stories of spirits that call your name. Science says that's impossible, but after the Margay discovery, are we sure? We are getting deeper into the list, and now we are moving from sounds you can hear to sounds you can feel. Number 3 is the king, the jaguar. In Hollywood movies, jaguars roar like lions, but in reality, they don't roar, they saw. It sounds like a coarse wood saw cutting through a log, a rhythmic, guttural, wet sound. But here's the secret. The jaguar's call is rich in infrasound. These are low-frequency sound waves that fall below the range of human hearing. You can't hear them with your ears, but your body detects them. Infrasound vibrates the liquid in your inner ear. It vibrates your chest cavity. It triggers a primal response in the human brain: fear. Have you ever been in the woods and suddenly felt a wave of nausea, or the sudden feeling that you are being watched? Panic without a reason. That might not be paranoia. That might be a jaguar 50 yards away, hitting you with a frequency designed to freeze you in place. Your body knows you are being hunted before it does. Fear is one thing. Madness is another. Number 2 is the sound that drives explorers crazy. If you watch any movie about the Amazon, you have heard this sound. It is the defining jungle sound. It is the screaming piha. It is a dull gray bird. It looks boring, but it produces a whistle that hits 116 decibels. That's louder than a chainsaw, louder than a rock concert. And it does this every few seconds, all day, every day. But the scary part is the ventriloquism. When the piha screams, it snaps its head back. The sound bounces off the canopy leaves. You can never tell where it is coming from. It sounds like it's to your left, then your right, then behind you. Imagine being lost. You are dehydrated, you are scared, and this 116 decibel alarm is blasting into your brain from every direction. You can't locate it. You can't stop it. It is the sound of isolation. It is the sound of the jungle laughing at you. If you want to sleep tonight, maybe don't click on the next video. But if you are brave enough, click right here. Thanks for watching.